My top 10 for Division I men's and women's tennis goes as follows. I'm going to start with the men. Tennessee won, obviously. Baylor number 2. They deserve it because, sure, they didn't play, but Florida lost. I put TCU number 3 only because they beat Florida. And then number 4 is Florida, who then beat Texas, who is number 5 for me. Then really, Ohio State number 6, Virginia 7, USC 8, Georgia 9, Wake Forest actually at number 10. I actually changed it up from the last time on preseason stuff on both because after looking at it, it makes a lot more sense to me. Now, for the women's side, I have Pepperdine at 1, which I'll go into the other poll later, and I disagree that Texas is number 1. They put Texas at number 2. I put Texas at 2nd. By the way, North Carolina 3, UCLA at 4, Georgia 5, Virginia 6, Duke 7, NC State 8, California 9, Ohio State 10. Well, I'm gonna have to tell you what, some of the teams that did in the top 10 or around it, they didn't even play a dual match, while others did. So it's kind of one of those tricky deals. Now for the men, their top 10 is Tennessee 1, Baylor 2, Florida tied for 3rd with TCU, which I don't like ties. Put TCU ahead of Florida, please. Yes, TCU lost to Tennessee, I know, but that was 4-3. Texas is number 5, which makes a lot of sense. Ohio State 6, Virginia 7. But Georgia's number 7, tied 7th with Virginia, so, you know. USC number 9, Wake Forest 10. But outside of that is like Kentucky, South Carolina, North Carolina, UCF tied for 14, Arizona tied at 14. I would put Arizona above UCF, in my opinion. But, you know. Now, the women, Texas at number 1, but I don't agree with Texas being number 1. I think Pepperdine's a better team than Texas. They have so much more depth in Texas, in my opinion. But Pepperdine's number 2, but I understand they're not gonna lose for a little bit. Texas women won't. But I'm just saying, in my opinion, Pepperdine is better. North Carolina 3rd makes sense. Georgia 4, UCLA 5, Duke 6, Virginia 7, NC State 8, California 9, Ohio State 10. Out and teams are on the outside like UCF at number 11, Georgia Tech number 12, Texas A&M number 13, Michigan 14, Florida State number 15. That's just to name some teams. My thoughts overall on the top 25 they have on the women, starting with the women now. It makes sense to move Baylor down from number 11 to number 19 because they lost 4-3 to unranked BYU. Makes a lot of sense. And the thing is, it's hard to... I can't really see any disagreements because Princeton, sure, they lost. They're 0-1. Or they lost recently to Oklahoma yesterday, but they only lost 4-3. You can't punish them to be out of the top 25 for a good loss. Not to say a loss is good, but you know what I'm saying. Now, for the men's side, I do agree that I do agree for most part, because it makes sense to put Illinois at number 23. Pepperdine's dangerous at 22nd. I like where A&M's at and Ole Miss. I do think Arizona should be ahead of UCF, though. Forget the tie thing. And potentially Stanford ahead of UCF as well. But you gotta prove it. I mean, and there'll be some teams playing between like today and all the way till Tuesday. I will list some key matches just to keep an eye on. Anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later.